This is my dressing room. This is Charlie Chaplin's dressing room, although it's not because it's a modern one. But Charlie Chaplin was one of the people that played here at Sunderland Empire. Sid James from Carry On played here and died on stage, as I do every night. But he literally died on stage.
Have you got a rider?
No, not right now. It's very un-rock and roll. And actually, theatre's like very. You normally do your own makeup.
If you did have a rider, what would you have on a rider?
Oh fucking hell! Just bad things that wouldn't be good for my performance. A lot of drugs and drink, I think, and that wouldn't be a good thing. So I think it's best I don't have a rider. I did a thing years ago. First thing I sold out for when Trigger Happy happened, and I was asked by Vodafone to come on stage and introduce the head of the CEO of Vodafone with the big mobile, and they offered me a shitload of money. I was just like, what? So I was like, of course I'll do it. And they sent me this thing and said, you've got a caravan backstage. It was at Earl's Court. Does Mr. Joly have a rider? So I was like, so I asked for 6 quail's eggs, 4 ripe bananas, and an ironed copy of the Daily Telegraph. Fucking, it was all there. It was amazing. Wow. But you know the famous story about riders, why they're important. What's the most famous rock and roll story?
The
blue M&Ms.
Yeah.
Do you know why that?
It was because to see if the person doing the rider took notice.
I fucking love you know that.
Yes.
If he turned up and there was no blue M&Ms, he knew they'd done all their other stuff. Yeah. I love you know that. That's great. No one knows that. High heels.
Yeah, high heels.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's Rocky Horror, isn't it?
Yeah.
Those are not that high, actually, I'm told. I mean, Stephen, who does Frankenfurter, have got like them up there. I can't walk them. I don't know how women do it. But yeah, there you go. I mean, this is what my kids saw and was just like, fuck, Dad's going through a change. I thought you were just really good on your buildings. You're just looking around, picking out details.
Yeah. So how do you find theatre life compared to obviously?
It's so different from anything I've done because like the times are different. Because normally telly, you work in the day and then you go and get pissed. Whereas this is like you've got all day where you've got to behave and then you've got your fix in the evening. So it must be like being in a band and then you can't go to sleep. I like the fact that it's with a group of people. Like there's, you know, normally all my stuff's on my own, but again, like being in a band, you're sharing it at least with people. So you've got all the other guys who do it. I mean, they're all kind of different ages and stuff, but it is kind of nice. When it goes well, it's amazing. Like everyone's buzzing off it. Let's go this way.
Oh, this way. Let's go this way.
In the week, they'll close the top because they won't fill it. And then weekends, it's packed, so it's like 2,000. This is the stage.
Awesome, thank you.
So these are all wheel-on things you'll see tonight. These are all bits of the set. It's 14 months. Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing all that. I'm just popping in and out. But so, most of them are doing the whole thing, which is insane. And first couple were like Brighton was 3 weeks, Manchester was 3 weeks, but then now it's pretty much a week. So they've got to pack up the whole set, move it, install it on a Monday, because there's so many costume changes and people getting changed all the time. So while stuff's going on, it is crazy.
Are you pretty much in the same costume?
I'm in the same, I changed. I have a big change at the end where I have to put fishnets on underneath, trousers that get ripped off, and a different colour jacket. But compared to the others, like I don't have much change. Showbiz! It's massive, isn't it? So it's quite a rush. So you never really see this when we're on, because the lights aren't on, you don't really see that, or it would totally freak you out. Half an hour before you can hear the audience, you can feel the buzz, and it is like a real rush. And also you don't know what the audience can be like. So that's the other thing that's different for me, because I'm not used to dealing with audiences. And audiences are so different. You probably know that as a musician. Like you just know where there's an evening where it's all like happening, and sometimes they're just giving you nothing.
You can feel it. It's like an imaginary line.
No, but there are moments in the show where fucking it just works, and it's like, wow.
Going back to like, obviously we touched on it in the car, family, seen you in Rocky Horror.
Yeah.
What is family life? What does it consist of? Is it where you're based? What's your kind of chill out? What's Dom Joly's kind of weekend chill out? What do you like to do?
Well, that's what's weird for me, because I do such odd things, but also I really, it just sounds so cheesy when you say this shit, but I really value the basic stuff. So like, I miss London, and I live in the middle of the country, but when I leave London and I've done something, there's a certain moment where I drive like past Burford and suddenly like in the middle of nowhere and you're like, this is nice. And I've got pigs. I've got rescue pigs at home.
I've seen your pigs.
I've got my dogs. I've got my kids, I suppose I quite like as well, and my wife. And I always felt there's two parts of your life. There's work and home. And I think if both are in flux, you're fucked. Like you can't do anything. So I've been really lucky to have a wife who kind of trusts me and lets me go away for quite long times doing weird stuff because I don't take the piss, and you know, I'm probably not the world's greatest husband in that I'm a bit tricky, but I love it when I get home. And so, like, I'm not doing the 9 to 5 thing, so I'm not there every night, but there are times when I'm there for 3 weeks and they just want me to leave again. So I'd love just chilling out. And it's so terrible, but I'm now 50 and I'd just like walking. Can you imagine, like 30 years ago, if I said, what do you do to relax? Well, you know, I really like walking. But I do, I like to take my dogs out and just go for a long walk.
Well, the great outdoors and the fresh air.
Yeah, I know, but it sounds so un-rock and roll, and I kind of still think I'm a bit rock and roll. But yeah, so maybe cocaine and walking. Like if you could combine those two. Bolivian marching powder. Yeah, that's what it is. There you go.
Well, one thing I obviously noticed I follow you on social media throughout Twitter, Instagram.
I'm very aggressive.
No, it's not. It's not about that. You kind of you're on top of it.
Yeah,
you like to use. Is it something that? Are you a fan of social media?
Yeah, I love social media. I hate the fact that I spend so much time on it. It's got really good things for me. The fact I've got lots of followers means that, as I said, I can use it sometimes when I'm traveling. You know, I can suddenly find someone I know that I don't know but who follows me is there. So it's useful. But on the other hand, it's a currency as well. Like for what I do, people, when they employ you for stuff, they'll look at your social media and they'll go, well, how many followers has he got? Which is crazy because I know people who buy it
anyway. Is that a sad thing? I mean, obviously.
Well, that's not a sad thing. I mean, it's just a currency, isn't it? It's like how much you're worth. But what I find astonishing is people will book you and say, oh, he's got this many followers. And if I really wanted followers, I just go and buy 1 million. I mean, I know a lot of people who have bought them. So the whole thing is actually a completely false currency anyway. I think overall it's quite a good thing. But that's why I like doing those shows like I'm a Celeb when I'm off everything. Like, oh my God, you relax. It's amazing.
So just to finish off, what's next? You mentioned the sitcom.
Yeah, so I've
written really touched on that more.
Like, because I haven't really done
talk about it more? Or
not really, because I don't really know what it's. Well, I do know what it's about, but I can't say it yet. But Working Title, who are a proper big, grown-up company, have optioned it, so they like it. So hopefully that's going to happen. My book's coming out. I'm doing Earworm, and I don't know what I'm going to do now. I just, you know, I never know what I'm going to be doing next.
It's exciting, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it is exciting. But it's also just would be nice to know you got some money coming in, and you know, it's exciting and it's not exciting. Like I'd hate to live that life where I just do the same thing every day, 9 to 5. But on the other hand, sometimes I think, God, it must be so nice just to not to have to worry about it. But on the other hand, like, look what we're doing today. It's been fucking brilliant.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed myself.
Yeah, me too.
You've enjoyed yourself.
I've really enjoyed myself, yeah. You know what? I haven't had a musical road trip for a long time like that. And it's not quite driving across America, was it? I mean, no offence, but Newcastle to Sunderland, it's not one of the great,
maybe
great
it's
drives
an
of the
idea
world.
for another show over in America.
How about Dom and Nova's shit road trips? You know what? Channel 5, if you're watching, you could do worse, and you have.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. I really enjoyed that.
Awesome.
Great. I hope you enjoy the show tonight.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
That was cool.
Awesome. Cool.
You good? Oh. Thanks, Nova. That was fucking brilliant.